Hello creation, I hope you're well. I'm just chilling for a little bit. I'm just a bit tired and a bit morphined up at the moment. So ready for a brew, but I can't be bothered to go and get it. So it's not just yet. I hope you're all well. It were a bit wild yesterday. My son was going to come and see me yesterday, but I rung him and woke him up just before lunchtime. And I said, I'll ring you in a bit, mate. So so then I rung him about 2.5 hours later, and I woke him up again. So he's at uni, speaks volumes, doesn't it? So to be fair, kids have this, what they call it, freshers flu, they're calling it, where they all get in, they all mingle together, and then half of them come down with cold or flu or whatever it is that they're calling it. So it's amazing how things change, isn't it? How they change the names. When everything was flu, and then all of a sudden we got COVID, and then flu disappeared, didn't it? Nobody had flu after that. It started coming back again now, but it was just everything was flu. But anyway, we're going to steer away from that, because that really is a can of worms. So we're going to steer away from the COVID. We won't talk about that. So he was going to come over and see me, but it was wild. So I said to him, don't bother today, mate, because it had taken him a couple of hours on Sunday buses, it had taken him 2 hours, I would have thought, to have got here, and then I'd have to get back. So don't bother me, right? And it's just been getting exercises done. I've had to write them out in layman's terms, just because I just want to get on with them and make sure I'm doing them right. So I've looked through all these exercises and just made notes on back a sheet of paper. So I'll just go by that. It just makes it easier, doesn't it? There's always an easier way. It's not lazy. It's just making sure that you understand what you're doing. And I think that's the thing with life itself, isn't it? I've been guilty myself of jumping in both feet and making hasty decisions in my life, especially at a younger age, and that don't really matter what that's been with. I mean, it's a great saying, isn't it? Act in haste, repent at leisure. Yeah, there's been some decisions I made where I was influenced. I didn't realise my own power. I didn't realise I held my own power in those days. It's not. We're young. We're born, aren't we? And we're conditioned and brought up by parents and societies and structures, schools, etc., churches, whatever. However it is you're brought up. But then it's up to us to walk that path, live the life, gain the experiences, and then you finally realise there's a day when you turn around and you say no, and they look at you in shock. What do you mean, no? Nah, it don't sit right with me. And then in those days it used to be a clenched fist, and it'd be like, this'll sit right with you if you don't. You know what I mean? So it was bully boy tactics, a lot of it. But no, there comes a time when you actually say, no, screw that. I'm done dancing to your tune. I'm done. Not gonna do it. Well, I won't be your mate. I don't give a. Don't be my mate. Jog on. Well, I'll finish with you. I won't be your girlfriend. Right, do one. Well, if you do this, I won't, I won't do other, whatever it may be. Emotional blackmail. That's what we're on about here. Emotional blackmail. So there comes a time when you don't play their games anymore. You don't dance to their little tunes anymore. You don't perform to their orders, whomever it may be. You learn that you are you, and you are here for you, regardless of what's gone off in the past, regardless of what you've been conditioned and into believing, what you've been told, because not everything we're told is the truth. Well, what we're told is a possibility. What we're told is what a lot of people believe. But we're from a conditioned place within our own self that we take everything as given. We accept it. We don't challenge it. We don't, a lot of it, we don't. Most of it, from our generation, you just... And if you did challenge it, you got punished. Whether that was in the home or in the school or wherever it was. You got punished. And it would be physical punishment. So, when, it comes a time when you actually realise, half a minute, why am I doing this to me? Because ultimately, we do it to ourselves. We allow it to happen. We allow those narcissists to continue with their beratement of us and in treatments that they shouldn't be doing, but what we are giving them permission to do. We shouldn't be, accepting that bullshit from those bullies. And when you stand up to them, that's when they really kick off. Because they realise that they're losing power, and that's when they can go to the extreme. That's then when they can start making threats, threatening. Because they don't know what to do, because they've always seemingly been in control, because you've let them be in control. But now, they're not in control. You're in control, because you've taken your power back. You've said no more. You said, I am worth more than this. I am worth more than you and your low moral standards. I am worth more than you can offer. I deserve the best in life. And when you start to believe that, oh my goodness, you'll see the changes, because you start to filter out those who are no good for you anymore. And you cut away the dead wood. You cut away the parasites and the leeches and those who stab you in the back. You do it. Those who would take and take and take and very rarely give. So, I didn't know where this was going to go, but obviously it's led down this path. But if you're in any situation like that where you feel that you're the victim, you have the power to change. You have the power to change, loves. And you owe it to yourself to do so. That's it for today. Lots of love to you all. Take care.